Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Yes, it's been a long day waiting to get on to talk to my people. Yes, indeed. We got a huge show to get to you with. Thank you, my producer. Yes, we do. Good job there. I'm Jay Works. This is the podcast Street Savvy. I'm the host with the most to tell you the great stories and great ideas that's from this mind here. And then what's trending in the news today, and as well as in sports. How you doing, folks? How's everyone you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. We got a great topic for you tonight. The topic is, do you have self-respect? Put that on your mind. Well, we're gonna get into the sports, which I don't got mixed up. News of the day, sports. Let's get into it. Yes. Okay. All right, sports news. Let's get right into it, folks. We all know that on Thursday night, the New England Patriots beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 21-18. The Texans got whooped by the Jets 30-6. The Rams lost against the Ravens 31-37. The Panthers lost against the Saints. Buffalo beat the Chiefs 20-17. Broncos beat the Chargers 24-7. The Browns beat the Jaguars 31-27. The Bears beat the Lions 28-13. Seattle lost against the 49ers 28-16. And the Vikings won over the Raiders 3-0. Wow. The Broncos beat the Chargers. We know Dallas is playing the Eagles as we speak, and the score looks like it's going to change real soon. Is 10-3 before half, but Dallas is looking to score on the 1-yard line. So we get back to that, hopefully, folks, real soon. That's your sports. Okay. Overseas news. Yes. Since the mid-90s, Hamas has become an intricate unbearable within the Palestinian subjects of a lot of different things due to its anarchy type of mission, I should say. Islam radicals in opposition has also bombed the Palestinians. Never looked forward to peace talk. Got into it, said their words, allegedly, never meant whatever they said. But the organizations carried out bombings and attacks on Israel civilization, including suicide bombings, and as well as criminal activities with high rocket power, firing rockets. It's just atrocious how this story's been coming. You would never notice this unless you keep your eyes on it. And this has become a real fallout war. And it's been a war. It's been a war, folks. It's been a major war with all of these things going on overseas. And you don't hear about them unless you stick your nose in it. And it's sad. It's really sad, folks. You know, and again, you got victims You got victims screaming out rape. Women, they have getting raped, brutally beaten, assaulted, and this whole war thing with Hamas and Israelis. It's been attacked, and it's a terrorist attack. If you're attacking women and girls, little girls, with assaults like that, it is no room for none of that. You should be prosecuted. You should be prosecuted to the fullest, with all means necessary. They had war, literally, and I'm finding out myself between a lot of the things I'm hearing out and reporting. As far as a father, grandfather, a son, it's most likely not going to end for a while, folks. I really truly believe that it's not going to end for a while. We're in for a long one with this war between Israel and Hamas. And you got storylines that saying, what is war between Israel and Hamas? Why is Hamas attacking Israelis now? Well, they've been attacking them. Then you got some storylines. What is the relationship between Hamas and Israelis? Since the mid-90s, they've been going back and forth. Even peace talks and be in between, and still haven't settled anything. So one not being involved and one not paying attention, which a lot of us don't. Folks, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't be heard of. It's a sad day. A very sad day. Very sad day. And actually, I think we just need to say a prayer, folks. Literally. Say a prayer in this war with Hamas against Israelis. Period. There's nothing more we could say or do but do that, because it seems like this has been going on for so long. It's almost 40 years. 40 years in the making. And now it's getting so atrocious. It's just so much to come. Okay. So we got that out the way. In news in the States, in the United States, in Texas Supreme Court temporarily blocked Kate Cox obtaining an emergency abortion. Let me tell you something, folks. Women should be able to do and feel what they want to do with their body and have say for their own bodies. Any woman, I don't care who it is, white, black, Hispanic, Japanese, Chinese, you name it. Producer, works. It's just imperative that we try to tell someone how to take care of their body, what not to have, when to have. That's retarded. Especially not in America. Hopefully that gets solved. And in the state of Michigan, the Michigan shooter gets sentenced to life in prison without parole. Wow. Life in prison, huh? He had something to say in court before sentence. I'm not going to repeat it only once. I want to give him that attention. I'm just not going to give him that attention. Thank you. I'm not going to give him that attention. You open fire on any school, any children, anybody, any innocents. You don't need that attention. And I feel that's what we do in America. We give those people too much attention. One attention they need is behind them bars. Only attention they need is behind them bars. Period. And that's it for news of the day. Let's get down to the topic. Let's get down to the topic, folks. Do you have self-respect? Let's get to that. Let's pose that question, folks. Do you have self-respect? Because a lot of us act like we don't. For a lot of things in life, even conversation, men or women, a lot of us don't. A lot of us don't. We tend to lie, steal, cheat, do what we got to do to get our hands on things that we want. We do. And self-respect starts from that. No matter what, self-respect starts from there. You can't respect no one else. And I revisit this. It's because this is not just a one-day topic, 2-day topic, 3-day topic. If you don't respect yourself, producer, if you don't respect yourself, you ain't respecting nobody. You ain't respecting nothing. Literally. Literally. You're not. You have to think smarter and harder when you called upon respecting yourself. And some of us don't have it in us. Some of us just don't have it in us. And folks, that's just what it is. We don't have leadership. We don't have guidance. We don't have respect for others, so we don't have self-respect for ourselves. Literally. Literally, we don't. We don't have none of that in us. But the biggest picture, how can you teach these kids self-respect and respect others as others treat you if you want to be treated, and you're not respecting yourself? How can we do that? We can't, folks. We can't do that. Do you respect me? Do you respect yourself? You respect your peers? That's the key. Now, my producer's only 14 years old, right? And he has the wherewithal of respecting himself first, and then as well as others. When you learn how to respect yourself, when you learn at a young age, what school? Elementary. So he learned, he got taught here with his parents. Elementary, what was his thing? Elementary, folks. Self-respect runs a long way. I don't care where you at, who you talk to, what are you getting into. Self-respect is everything. You know? Let me ask you a question, producer. Do you respect your parents? How much respect do you have for them?
I respect them more than I probably would respect anybody else.
Do you have the same respect for your teachers?
Yeah.
So, saying that, every adult you have respect for.
Yeah.
Is that how you was taught?
Yes.
Wow, that's deep. Because in life, folks, you only gonna get but so far with people. You only get so far with individuals such as yourself, or people who look just like you, or people who don't look like you. When we go to the store, you say yes, ma'am, yes, sir, right? You ask the questions. You ask questions, people answer them. Because you're doing it in a respectful manner. But do you think, producer, if you didn't talk in a respectable manner, would you get respect? out in public?
No, not at all.
Folks, all it is handed down. It's handed down to a core that's all some folks know. You know, that's all some folks know. Is respect, respecting others, without a doubt. Now, producer, let me ask you this. You rather for people to call you Mr. Works or by your first name?
My first name.
Now, tell me why is that?
Regardless of what they call me, as long as it's something that's representing my name, I don't really care. It's showing me respect, so I gotta show them respect too.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Is that something you strive in? That's something that you look for all the time when people talk to you, addressing you? And is that how you address other people? That's deep. Now, have you seen your dad address people in that formal way of fashion out in public, as well as public venues and places? How you feel about that?
I feel like he has like he's one of the most respected people in the town because he respects others.
That's deep. So you hear that from my young producer folks. He has seen his dad give out and shove out respect. He's well respected in all ways, form, or fashion because he gives it out. He gives it out. Now, I think respect goes with leadership, as in the person you are, the person you want to become, and the person who you decide to be around. You know? If you decide to be with someone who don't have respect, what's that say about you? Good and the bad, it just don't seem right. If they're not respectful. Am I right?
Yeah.
Do you think drugs and alcohol play a part in folks not respecting or respecting each other? Producer?
Yeah.
In what way?
Most people get addicted to the drugs and alcohol, and there's somebody close to them that respects them very well and tries to tell them to stop. They can say some things that the other person took personal. That was something.
Hurt their feelings, you say.
Yeah.
Well, that's deep. That's deep. Wow. And so, folks, as you see, here's a young teenager who sees respect on every level that it has to be taken. It has to be taken account for. When you do things, respect, you have to be accountable for. You have to be. You have to be able to say, hey, my bad. My bad. I didn't mean that. That's not who I am. I don't like who I become. Can you please forgive me? So before you get there, folks, before you have this issue of I can't speak to her. I can't speak to him. Very disrespectful. Whatever comes out their mouth is not healthy. I'm not here to pass judgment, but what comes out their mouth is not healthy. And folks, you don't want that type of conversation with anyone. You walk into the restaurant, you want to give it up. Good afternoon. Sir, miss, I would like table for two. I would like a booth. Please and thank you. That's simple. That's homework. That was embedded in you. No matter what. No matter what, folks. No matter what. No matter what. That is something that's in you. No matter how much you lead off with a conversation, or I don't do that, or that's not me, I'm not willing to do that, I'm not willing to talk like that, you have to have that whole makeup of saying, hey, I gotta come out of this house with respect. I gotta go in this school with respect. I gotta go to work with respect. No matter how much I swear and say the N-word or carry on in life, or one of my friends, I gotta go with respect. That's what you gotta have in your mind. Because just being nice don't really make it. Having respect to be nice makes it. That's just it. Coming outside, being aware, fully dressed, respectful, knowing what you're going to say before you say it, because it's in you. It's in you. It is so much in you to have that judgment, to have that character. That character built is from day one. You heard the producer himself. He learned from walking out the door. He learned from walking out the door. No bull. And that's deep. He learned from walking out the door. Period. Period. Walking right out the door. It ain't no ifs and ands or buts about it. That's where self-respect starts. Even at home. Excuse me. Hey, can y'all please give me this? Hey, can y'all please talk to me? Can I please have that? Thank you. I love you. That's home. No one should be able to take that or judge you for not saying some stuff like that. No one. No one should be able to have prejudgment on you because you got self-respect. You were taught that from the door. Literally. You can't obtain respect. You have to earn it, willingly have it in you. Even with your spouse, your immediate family, having dinner. Producer, can we say our prayers and blessings right now at the dinner table? Do you have that in you? Can we say it? I'm going to bow my head. Can you say it loud and clear so the folks that don't hear you? Folks, I'm going to bow my head and say a prayer, a dinner prayer with one of my producers, which is my son. He's a teenage young man who's developing rights and behavior to be the best he can be. So he's going to say a prayer and hope you folks enjoy it. How about, man? You go.
God is great.
God is great.
God is good.
God is good.
Thank you for our food.
Thank you for our food.
Bless our mothers and fathers.
God bless our mothers and fathers.
Bless our sisters and brothers.
God bless our sisters and brothers.
Bless our aunts and uncles.
God bless our aunts and uncles.
Bless our nieces and nephews.
God bless our nieces and nephews.
Bless our grandparents.
Bless our grandparents.
God bless our whole family.
God bless our whole family.
Hope we wake up in the morning.
Hope we wake up in the morning.
Amen.
Amen. Wow. That was deep. Thank you, producer. See, folks, he has learned that since he was a young child. And that has brought him where he is today. How long have you known that prayer, producer?
I've known that prayer since I was 3 to 4 years old.
So that's since you can remember to talk. Wow. How that feels to you when you recite that, when you say that?
It makes me feel different. Like, it makes me feel like I'm showing respect to the people I care about.
Wow. When you say people, who would you be talking to? Whom would you be talking about?
Family members, peers, friends, anybody I'm close to.
Wow. And does that make you feel good inside?
Yeah.
God bless you, young fella. God bless you. I'm going to tell you how much respect, self-respect I have for myself. How respect I have for my children, my siblings, my sisters and brothers. It starts at home. It starts in the willing future to be wanting to say things that you're willing to do, that you're willing to say. I love you goes a long way. Especially when you're telling someone who knows that, who has that idea you do. Because a lot of us don't get that. A lot of our family members or friends or loved ones don't respect us enough. Don't respect us enough to say it to us. Or we don't respect ourselves enough to demand it. For one, I personally, myself, J-Works, always position myself to have manner, respect for my elders, for people that's young, same age as me, and much younger than me, to respect them at all costs. Because I never want to be in that burden like I was when I was a child. I heard a lot of those things. He's disrespectful. He a bad man, Majama. He this, he that. I don't allow myself to be appeased with that type of message, with that information, with that type of buffoonery that we allow ourselves to get into when it comes down to respecting others or respecting ourselves. So even with the notion that you don't got to respect nobody, you out of your mind. You out of your mind. It ain't nothing else in the world but to come clean for. But to come clean for. Nothing. Come clean with respect. Let a person know, I respect you, my queen, my brother, my sister, my children, my wife, my husband. You know, my elder uncle. Respect is there. Respect is there. Respect is there. It's all guidelines when you're talking about yourself and others. Respect is there. Respect is there. It's there. Beautiful. My children in the kitchen cooking, folks. And by all rights, I wish you guys can taste it. Respect. My daughter just came out of the kitchen with a fork in her hand and wanted to share those blessings. Wanted to share that cooking, that knowledge, that respect a week out for her to be in that kitchen, laying the blessings down on the food. She gave it up. Thank you, my queen. The end of the day, folks, respect others, respect yourself. Come out that door with no greater fashion, no greater purpose, but giving it up. And then at some point, you're going to give it back. And at some point, you're going to give it back. At some point, you're going to get it back. I believe it. At some point, you're going to get it back. So, from the hosts that know the most, from the podcast that's the best, Street Savvy, and I'm Jay Works. It's been a lovely, great Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. From those who didn't hear the prayer, from my producer, as well as AKA my son, you missed a good one, but he has blessed you with his blessings. From the producer, Jay Works Jr. IV, you guys have a great night. And the most important words of the show: subscribe, like, and share. We're trying to be here forever. We're trying to be here until you don't want us there. God bless you, folks. Good night.